Ladies and gentlemen, may I please have your attention? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are now live with BB3 TV.
All right, guys. Hey, thanks for jumping in here again today, everybody. It is we are so close here to the actual event. We're 2 weeks away. I'm super excited. So please do me a favor, jump in the comment section as always, and let me know where you're watching from, and we will get going right into this here. Also, guys, please hit that share button. I have a lot of really important information to put out to you guys here today. So if you can, please go ahead and hit that share button, because guys, as you know, I'm getting 1,000,001 questions about the event. I'm doing the best that I can to get to everybody. Starting to kind of fall behind a little bit. I'm doing my best. It's taking a little bit, but please go ahead and hit that share button. We got to get this out there. I'm going to answer a lot of questions. We're going to talk about a lot of things here today that keep coming up. So go ahead and hit that for me. If you can, take a notice here at the bottom of the screen. You'll see the information for you to register as a reenactor. If you haven't done it already, go to the PCWA.org. If you're a Sutler, don't do that. If you're a Sutler, you want to attend the event, you're going to contact me directly. We're not registering you directly through the site. So go ahead and do that. Reach out to me through Facebook or info@thepcwa.org, and we'll get going on that. All right, guys. So really quick, I keep getting questions about what's going on. Everyone knows that in this part of the country, it's been relatively dry, and people are putting rumors out there talking about things like, is there a burn ban in Gettysburg and things of that nature? Are we going to be allowed to have fires? So let's address that here really quickly. There is not a burn ban in Gettysburg. There is a burn ban in Littlestown. I believe it is Littlestown, but that is not all of Adams County. However, common sense should prevail. It's very dry here right now. We are expecting some rain next week, and we are praying for that. We do hope it rains here a little bit next week. I'm sure Ken doesn't want to hear that. He has to get some hay off, but for the most part, you know, we do need rain. It is awfully dry here. And we are concerned about it being dry, but we're not worried about it. We have contingencies in place. We have things that we are doing to ensure that there is not a problem. We are concerned about fires, of course, and you have to be. So, but we have a brush truck vehicle that will be on site, which is actually an ATV with fire suppression, where there's going to be fire extinguishers placed around camps, things of that nature. So we are also asking you, if you have a bucket, I don't care if it's a modern bucket and you can put it, in your tent, hide it near the fire. I don't care, but keep a bucket of water very close to your campfires. As Joseph just said, he just reiterated exactly what I'm talking about. So everyone should have a fire bucket inside right there. Exactly. So let's do that. Let's ensure that we use common sense here, and we won't have a problem. And also, your command staff, they know how to set up your camp. So I assume they're going to set your camp up that the fire is an adequate distance from anyone's tents or anything like that. That canvas can go up lickety split. We all have seen, I think, at some point or another, a tent catch on fire and how quickly they can go up. So let's use some common sense on that one. Okay, guys. So also, if I don't know who this is. So if you can let me know what your name is, I'd like to know who we're talking about. Our unit policy is 4 buckets of water around the fire in camp. Perfect. Also, if you have a fire extinguisher under your sink at home, just throw it in the vehicle and bring it along. We're going to have fire extinguishers on site, but at the same time, let's just be smart about it and, bring a fire extinguisher. We're going to have some, but just the more the merrier. I don't think we can have enough. So let's go ahead and make sure that we are doing the smart thing here. Also, the big question everybody keeps asking me, or what are the numbers? What are the numbers? As of right now, we should know exactly what the numbers are by the close of business on Sunday. I have somebody working on that directly with me, and registrations are coming in every day, 20 people registering a day, sometimes more. And 26 North Carolina, we just got your additional registrations in the mail. You guys are growing pretty impressive. So I'm looking forward to see the 26 out there too. But first, guys, before I really jump in here, I want to take a second, and I would just really want to say thank you to all of those folks who have come out to the site and who have offered their help, who have put some sweat equity into this. Jim Stinson's a big one. He comes out all the time, makes a long trip, and I appreciate that. And there's other folks that have come out, and I'm not just going to go through everyone's name, but y'all know who you are. But I want to say a huge thank you, because it's taken a lot of weight off of me. Guys, helped come out and build fence and things of that nature. So I do want to say thank you very much for doing that. We appreciate it. So anybody that's going to be around this weekend, if you feel like it, come on out. We're going to finish the stone wall. It is an arduous process. We're taking a stone wall that was thrown in the middle of this woods on the property, and we're relocating it from one side of the property to the other to build you an awesome angle. And if anyone's seen the photographs, it's going to be awesome. It is Pennsylvania fieldstone. We're building you. They're like the real thing. It's pretty awesome. So we're super, super, super stoked about that. So my green screen's acting funny up there. Little blue thing. If I move back, a little blue thing pops up above my head. Ignore that. All right. So, all right, guys, getting into business here. One of the things that I want to do here as this goes on, I'm going to pull up the Google Earth, and I'm going to pull up the site, and I'm going to show you guys exactly where you need to go for registration and things of that nature. When you guys come to registration, this is specifically for reenactors. I also want to touch on some of the spectator stuff as well. Please, guys, and if you're watching, if you haven't done it already, guys, please hit that share button. It's not hard to do. Just hit share. Get this out there. Okay, it's not about numbers. It's about getting the information out. It's why I waste my time doing this. All right. I want you guys to, I said waste. I don't mean waste. It's why I do this, to get that information out there, to answer all the questions that come in. So please hit the share button and get this out there to your groups, because I'm answering questions that keep coming in consistently. And again, guys, use your chain of command. You might not even know who that is. Ask questions. If you are in the Federal Army, your guy to go to is Mike Lavis. If you are in the Confederate side, your guy to go to is Chris Anders. Now the chain of command goes down from there. Reach out to whoever you need to reach out to. Those guys will put out the information you need. I don't mind you contacting me. I'll answer the questions. As you noticed, I answer everything that comes across my desk. And if I don't see it, bring it to my attention, please, and I'll answer it. I am doing the best that I can on that, but utilize the chain of command. That's why it's there. These guys have the information. For those of you who are interested in knowing what the camp layout is like on the Confederate side, don't ask me. Ask Chris Anders. He can get that taken care of. And I spoke to him earlier. He's going to post the Confederate camp layout for you guys tomorrow, I believe. So keep your eyes peeled for that. When you do come to registration, okay, you're going to want to bring your waivers. It's going to speed up the process. Everybody who's ever registered for an event knows it can be a pain in the butt. It's going to be kind of shitty for us. I'm going to put it out there for you straight away. Our system that we used in the beginning of this whole endeavor is garbage. I'm not trashing on anybody who did it. It's just it was rushed, and it was garbage, and its registration might not be the most fun thing in the world to go through this time around. When we change the system over to Fair Harbor, those of you who registered since on Fair Harbor, that's going to be a breeze. We're going to scan your ticket. You're going to go right in, boom, done. Easy breezy. But for the spectators and reenactors who bought tickets on the early system, it's kind of like the old it's going to be like the old way. We're going to have to go into we have our computer. We're going to have that there. And we're also going to have a master list of everyone's names. It's going to be a master list of Union and Confederate at both registrations. So just bear with us. So if you checked in on that early system, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to kind of just tell us who you are, tell us what your name is, and then we will pull your information up that way. Excuse me. We'll pull your information up that way, and we'll get you signed in. And don't, I get a lot of people panicking. Hey, I need verification that I registered. If you registered, you're registered. We have your information. All right. It's just, we're going to have to go in. We're going to search for it. It should be quick, but I'm just being honest with you and giving you a heads up. It's just going to be something that we have to get through and deal with. Now, it's not like 20,000 people registered on that early system. Most people registered on the Fair Harbor system. So it's going to be easy and smooth on that in that aspect, but you're going to be issued passes. I had some sitting here. I took my desk apart. Monica, if you can find some of them for me, I'd appreciate that. I'll show you what the reenactor pass looks like. It's going to have certain stamps on the back of it. So don't panic. If you registered and you did, you're fine. All right, we have everybody's information. Spectators. Okay, some of you that registered on the early system, I sent tickets out to. You got physical tickets in your hand. Not all of you. Some of you will. This is one of these boxes down here. Some of you did not get the ticket sent to you because we just changed our mind. We said this is too much. It'll just be easier. There's my wife's head down there. Don't mind her. She's down there looking for these passes. But you're going to register the same way that a reenactor does. You're going to come to the gate. You're going to go. There's a pre-purchase side of the line that you're going to go on to. Okay, most people are pre-purchased. There's going to be one scanning the Fair Harbor stuff, and then there's going to be somebody checking you in and just, hey, what's your name, what's your information, how many tickets, and we'll see it right there, and we'll fill out we'll give it to you, hand it to you, you'll be in and good to go. Just hang on to your tickets, don't lose them. And if you feel better, bring a print out of what you were sent. No dice? Can't find it?
Can't find it.
Okay, well, don't worry too much about it. It's not that big of a deal. They're somewhere around here. Hey, actually, I had her running around and I threw these down here on the floor. Okay, so what I'm going to show you is a guest pass. The guest pass looks exactly like the participant pass. It just says participant. So this is what it looks like. Okay, the PCWA's 160th Battle of Gettysburg Reenactment guest pass, but this will say participant pass, not guest. Okay, and it'll just have your unit. You can put your unit on there. It'll say it's approved by me or somebody on my staff, and then you just write your name on that. Okay, don't have to write your name on it at the registration table. You can write your name on it when you get back to camp or whatever. Just make sure you get your name on it. And notice there's some stamps on the back. There are exclusive PCWA stamps. Okay, it'll be stamped a certain way. This is actually a 2-day pass. That's why there's 2 stamps on there. But for reenactors, it'll be stamped a little differently, pre-stamped. When you're a spectator, you'll have however many days that you bought for that ticket will have a corresponding stamp on there, different colors. 3-day, you'll have a blue stamp as well as black and red. So, and that's what you'll be handed. These are all pre-stamped and you'll be ready to go at registration. So don't panic too much. We have your information. I know it's been a pain in the butt. I appreciate your patience. Understand, guys, this is our first year taking over this massive, large event. And guys, it's snowballed into this big, massive thing, and it's going to be a great time. We're so excited for you guys to come out here. Believe me. I mean, we've put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears into this, and we care about the experience that you guys have. Just please be patient with us when it comes to registration. We're working on it. Speaking of patience, what I'm going to do is right now, I'm going to pop open another tab here for a second. I didn't have this ready to go. My apologies. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up Facebook and I'm going to share this tab. So just give me 1 second, because what I want to do is share with you the maps. Let's go here really fast. And we will do a screen share on the maps as soon as I can find them. Okay. Where's the pictures that were posted? Where's the maps? You think I'd be able to navigate my own page? Of course not. All right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. We're going to go straight over here to Google Earth. We're just going to pull this up on Google Earth because I want to point out a few things to you guys. And I do apologize. I didn't have this prepared, ready to go. But it's been a little bit hectic. So let me go over here and do a screen share quick. Thanks for being patient, guys. I do appreciate it. Present. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and pop this in the screen. Okay, guys, pay close attention. I'm going to make this full screen. I'm going to zoom in. All right, everyone pay attention to what's happening here. Okay, guys, I'm going to zoom in. Whoa, let's go real quick. All right, guys, this is the event site. All right, can everybody see my little cursor that's right here by the farm? If you can see my cursor, I'm going to do my best to kind of move it around slowly. And then we're going to go into this. All right, guys. So really quick, there are some things that I want to point out here. All right. If you see down here at the bottom of the map, okay, you see where it says Marsh Creek down here. This is the Black Horse Tavern Road. All right. Black Horse Tavern Road. The entrance is marked. I've got signs down here at the bottom of this field, okay, that is marked for federal camps and registration. You'll enter a gap. It's a beautifully blacktopped entrance to the camp area. This is the whole camp area. And this pasture that you see here, this is where the cars for the federal camps are going to be parked. Okay, it's a huge field. You can get a lot of cars in there. And instead of what we were initially going to do is we were going to park the cars at the bottom half of this and then have you camp at this part. This is a hill here. So this goes uphill here. And this is where kind of some of the third day fighting and some of Fairfield and the cavalry fighting is going to be taking place up in here. But you're going to come into whichever way you come down Black Horse Tavern Road, you're going to enter down here for federal camps. You will turn in here. And I'm thinking what I'll probably do is have registration set up back in this. We see these 3 trees here. Actually, there's like 4. I'm going to probably set registration here because most of the brigade camps are over in this area and not necessarily here. So you'll come in, you can park anywhere in here. That's fine. You'll register at this area over here. Then you could drive over here, set up your camp wherever you're supposed to go. The federal camps will be set up by the guys. They get there, I think, Wednesday. They'll take care of all that stuff. You're going to exit back out this way. Pay close attention to this, guys, please. This is very important. You're going to make a right-hand turn. You're going to drive all the way up here to this entrance at the farm. Just so you guys know, this is 1289 Black Horse Tavern Road. However, if you put that into your GPS, it's going to take you all the way back here. It's going to take you back here. This is where 1289 puts you, and it brings you down Old Mill Road. It's going to confuse you. So that's why we've been using 1301 Black Horse Tavern Road, which is right here. Okay, this mobile home that is on the front side of the property is 1301. It brings you to the correct side of the property. All right, but you're going to enter. Okay, I'm going to show you this. I've never done this on this computer before, so how do we go down to? Is that it? Oh, that's right. We can't do that here because there was never any pictures taken, so I can't show you. Let's see what 3D looks like. Oh, there we go. Check that out. Let's try that. Bear with me. I'm going to try to. How do you change the Earth? No, stop. Stop. Let's go back up here to Gettysburg. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so I have not fussed around. Okay, that's what I think I really wanted to do, and I screwed it up. So bear with me, guys. Let's get back over here to Gettysburg. Whoop. Where in the hell am I at? Okay, so for the record, this is literally my first time using Google Earth on this new computer. So I'm kind of no search results. Look at that. Let's do this. Okay, like what can we get there now, please? Oh, for Pete's sake. Okay, I'm a little too far over. That's the problem. Oh, you guys, I appreciate you being patient here with me. For whatever reason, I am jacking this all up. Holy crap. I'll tell you what. For whatever reason, this is not working. What a joke. Oh my gosh. All right. Why is Gettysburg not showing up here? What a jerk. There we go. All right. I will zoom down in here. I already know where the site is. I know this by heart. Let's try this again. Okay. Back at it. Thank you for being patient while I screwed the pooch on this one. All right, guys, when you're coming up the road, okay, you leave federal camp from back here. See this entrance right here? This is the entrance I'm talking about. That is blacktopped. It is beautifully blacktopped. Kevin did a killer job on this, and he did that for everybody, you guys. If you see Kevin out there, be sure to pat him on the back and thank him because he did a kick-ass job improving all these entrances. They put culverts in. I mean, they did an incredible freaking job. But you're going to come in here. This is, by the way, this is wider. You can get in and out with trailers. You can do all kinds of good stuff here. So it is in good shape. You're going to come up the road. Pay attention, guys, please. If you're still here and you manage to get through that ridiculous screw up, you're going to turn right into here. You're going to follow this around. This is a pain in the butt, and I know it, and I apologize, but it's just the way it is. We are not taking any of the fence down. This fence is not coming down. It's just not. The only way into the parking is right here. So you got to come all the way around, go all the way up this way. There's going to be signs, and we'll make it as easy as possible. You come down through here, go through the creek, and park in here. This is the worst part of this entire thing. Don't complain about it, okay? Because you bitched and moaned about where the cars are going to be, and our landowners graciously opened up this pasture for us, and this is where you're going to park, okay? Dave Childs was out there with me. He said it's not too bad, and it's really not. It just looks a little worse than it really is. But you're going to go in here, the main part of the farm. You are going to see signs that say "Do not enter." You federal folks get to ignore that. And Sutlers, please pay attention to this as well. Your entrance to the event is there as well, right here. That's where you're going in. You're going to turn in here. You're going to follow up through here, and you're going to drive straight out into the field. This is Sutler Row, okay? Our food vendors are going to be right here. People of Baltimore Street, Immersive Living History is going to be right here. I have 2 forges that we're going to put over here. In this area, they're going to, when you come straight in, the road leads directly to where the forges are. All this stuff that you guys see here, all this stuff is gone. None of that is here. This is an old photograph. It doesn't look like this at all anymore. Our wood pile was sitting here. That's pretty much been distributed. So people of Baltimore Street, Sutler Row, you're going to come in. You're going to come up through here. This barn doesn't even exist anymore. That's gone. And you're going to pull into the ground right here. Okay. This is where the big event tents will be, the speaker's tent, the author's tent, and the Sutler Row streets will go up in this manner. We will have a brass band, and the 46 PA was going to be up here, and they are going to be playing music throughout the event. We're excited to have them. Food and stuff will be over here. We're going to have porta potties lined up along this shed here, and this is the entrance to the event. This is where folks will park out here. We could put about 4,800 cars, probably a little bit more, but we were conservative. We could probably get to 5,000, but we're being conservative. We can put 4,800 cars easily in that. Folks will enter through this space in the trees, okay, that you can see here. We will have our ticket sales set up here. and ticket sales set up here. There's two sides. One side will be scanning you in for Fair Harbor and on-site ticket sales. The other side over here will be for the early ticket purchases, so we can kind of get you in as quickly as possible. You'll just look up your information and you'll be good to go. Don't worry, we do have all of your information. All right, I'm going to jump back over here. Does anybody have any questions so far? It's Coach Cat. Yeah, you got that right, Shane. No doubt. I wish you just to watch. Well, you'll be able to, Kevin. You'll be able to watch a video, because History Flicks is going to be out there, guys. They're going to put together a video program for this whole thing. We're super excited to be working with them. Such great folks over there. And then let's go here. I never in my whole reenacting experience have ever seen so much effort put into an event. It's going to be stellar. Thank you. I appreciate that. And that goes to everybody who has worked with me on this. So much appreciated that. All right. Ken plowed it all under. Yep. Over in the river through. Yes. You must be talking about what I did over there. All right, guys. So I'll jump back over here. Okay. All right. So again, just to reiterate, this is the entrance to Union Camps, the space in the tree line. I have signs all along here. There's no parking signs. You cannot park on that side of the road. Please don't do it. Plenty of area for you to get vehicles in here. I can put hundreds of cars in here at one time while you're setting up your camps up there. All right. Again, worst part of this whole thing for you guys is just getting into your parking. Okay. You're going to go up into here, go all the way around the silo, come down around here, drive over this little humpity dumpity thing. It's a little ledge you'll go through. You'll drive right through the creek. It's not deep. Don't worry. It's dry as a bone right now. You'll drive through here and you'll come into the pasture through this opening in the fence, and you'll proceed to fill the parking area from down here and on back. Now, folks who have special parking requirements or needs for handicapped, those folks will be able to park directly up here by the entrance. We're considering that like a handicap parking. And guys, we do have shuttles. We have golf carts that are 6-8 passenger golf carts. We've got trailer with the gator. I mean, there's a lot of things we can do to help you. So don't freak out. Don't panic. You don't have to walk 9,000 miles after you park your car because you can't go through the fence. So we'll, actually you can, if you're careful, you can just squeeze yourself under the fence if that's what you want to do and just walk over to camp. You're welcome to do that. Just do not break our landowner's fence. I will kill you till you are dead. All right. So then you'll come back out and then we'll either shuttle you back over or you can walk over to camps. And just so you're aware, I have firewood dumped on both sides. There's a huge pile of firewood here. It doesn't look huge because I dumped it in this ditch. So not to mess up any more of the grass out here than we need to. Directly across from it is another large wood pile. We are going to put porta pots probably right here along the tree line, probably up here along the tree line. And we'll put porta pots back here for the artillery guys. And there's, like I said, that wood pile there will service both artillery on this side. This side we'll have water points along here. And we will have a water point over here, probably down here, probably over here and here. There's going to be plenty access to water, so don't sweat that. Okay, so again, like I said, for Sutlers, that takes care of you federal guys. Sutlers, you guys, again, like I said, come in through here. You'll set up, blah, blah, blah. Really simple, really easy. It's not going to be difficult at all. Plenty of room to work. Then you're going to park your vehicles back in this area. So Sutlers will be parking behind the big event tents that are right here. So when you go up here, there's plenty of room for you to get around the tents, get your stuff set up, drive back around. I am leaving you, I'm going to zoom back in here. I'm leaving you a path that if you need to, you can drive behind the tents. This spot right here is a wet spot. We're going to keep you guys off of that. We'll run tents pretty much up to here, and then we'll skip around it if we need to. But there's so much ground out here, you don't have to worry about it. But you will be able to get around here very simply, and you will have access to your vehicles. And if you need to for any reason, you should be able to drive up here at some point and get some stuff if you need to do that. This over here is the helipad. Okay, this is where the helicopter will land. Should we need one, God forbid, we pray we don't. Medical area is down here, if you can see. Hey, Monica, are you able to see my cursor on the screen?
It's so little.
Well, get a bigger phone. All right, so this, I hope you guys are able to see this. It's bigger. It's better if you put it on a bigger screen. But medical staff and stuff will be here. Parking for medical staff will just be along the road down here. And then regular staff parking will be all up here. My headquarters will be set up over here where the silo is, and then we'll have security headquarters will be parked in close vicinity to that. We're trying to keep everything blocked so you guys don't see any cars as best as possible. Yes, by the camps, I can't help that, but when you're out there on the battlefield, guys, you aren't going to see shit. You are going to see nothing. I mean, nothing modern, period. If you can't immerse yourself into awesomeness at this place, I don't know what to tell you. It's all inside your own minds, really, what you're able to do. If you guys, let go and enjoy yourselves, man, you're going to have the time of your life out here. And if you haven't been out here to see it yet, trust me, it's incredible because this tree line right here blocks the view of all the cars. You can't see through it. Not to mention this is a valley. There's a hill. I mean, this is a deep valley right here. This is a very deep, steep ridge. Hers Ridge was what it is. Willoughby Run Creek. Some of the woods will be fighting through the creek. We've got a bridge built, a very big bridge built here, and a nice bridge for spectators built over here. So while we're talking about that really quickly, spectators, okay, you will be watching the battle from this line right here. First day's fight will take place all along this field in here. It's a big area, but what's nice is, well, if you start over here and you see this tree line will completely block your view over here, which is why we built a bridge. So you can just follow along as the battle's moving. You move with the battle. You're going to come out and go around this tree that's here. You're going to stay on this side of the tree. We'll have it clearly marked. You won't screw it up, I promise. Okay, you'll stay on this side of the tree and it'll give these guys plenty of room to work. So you'll be able to move with the battle. You don't have to stay in one place. I don't want you to miss anything. No bleachers, nothing keeping you where you're at. Just move along with the battle. Be courteous and kind of other people. If you are standing in the front and there are people sitting behind you, come on, don't be a dick. That's rude. Be courteous of the people behind you. Sit down and you can, if you're up front, you have a clear view of everything. Just be respectful. That's all I'm asking. If you have umbrellas to block the sun, be respectful. Please don't block other people's view as best as you possibly can. Just that's all I'm asking. If you guys can just think of other people while you're out there, I would sincerely appreciate you guys doing that. So that's where you guys will watch the first day's fight along this area here. Second day's fight, you guys will all be up here along this tree line, and possibly some of you here, because the battle is all the way up here on the top right hand side of the screen. If you can't see my cursor, this this big L-shaped field is the wheat field, lower wheat field. So the Confederates are going to be coming from all these directions. Spectators, you guys are going to be right in the middle of the fight. You can't ask for anything better. You're in the smack dab in the middle. Confederates are going to march down behind you, coming down the Wheatfield Road, which is this is the simulated Wheatfield Road, as my buddy Scott has pointed out to me. And Confederates of Wofford's brigade will come down this road. They'll break into the battle. They'll get around you guys. You're going to be in the midst of it. There's going to be artillery blasting away. Winslow's battery. This is going to be intense. It's going to be intense. You're going to be right in the middle of it. I cannot wait for you guys to have this experience. Holy shitballs. All right. So anyway, this road, okay, what you see, this massive tree line. I'm going to reiterate, Kevin, okay, and the landowners, we asked them, hey, could we possibly put a fence line? And we were talking about between here. We thought we'd just use this as the roadway. No, they tore that entire tree line out for us. That benefits them too, because it's just not in their way anymore and they can get through there making hay. But they let us build a road. They built a roadway for us. Again, Kevin destroyed it, killed it. And this dude's awesome. I can't wait for you guys to meet him. Quiet guy, but no, I don't know anybody that works harder. He's a great guy. He tore this out. So this is our Chambersburg Pike now. This is where we built the fence. If anyone's been following and paying attention, you know what that looks like. That is right here. We are building the stone wall. If you can still follow my cursor out here, this is where the stone wall is. Pickett's charge will come from this direction and you guys will hit the wall here. And that's that. So please excuse me while I grab a drink. Okay. So moving on, while all of this is going on, okay, guys, there's going to be other scenarios. Don't just pop up. Okay. I want you guys to act this out. As long as you are healthy and physically able to do it, I want you to stay on the field, stay wounded, because what we want then is to teach the public about what happens after a battle. So, I mean, it's going to happen more of like a time lapse kind of a thing. It's going to happen quicker than maybe it normally would have. But folks will come out to the battlefield, and we're going to start a medical triage type thing. There's going to be a medical scenario that gets thrown up in haste, and then there's going to be triage. So spectators can come out of their area and walk through the battlefield. Now, listen, spectators, if you're watching this, please do not touch anything that does not belong to you. This stuff belongs to the reenactors. They spend a lot of money. They spend a lot of time, do a lot of research to acquire that stuff. Please be respectful of their items. Do not touch them. Do not touch the reenactors. Just kind of stay back and observe and learn something. That's what we're asking you to do. If you can do that, much appreciated. And I do apologize, guys. That smoke got to me yesterday. I was sick all day today. I didn't even get out of bed till like afternoon. It was crazy. So I do apologize. I'm having some issues with my breathing in my lungs and my chest today. And I had a splitting headache all day. So I do apologize for that. Okay, so really quick, any questions? I'm going to jump over here. Tell me what you guys, all right. I think you meant to say great job, but I appreciate that. Hey, Matt. Oh, Shane says, darn it, have to be nice. You're right. You're right. We're all going to be intense. It's true. Okay, going back. All right, guys. So that is the Wheatfield scenario. Again, all scenarios, I want medical stuff happening because there's people that will only be there for one day. So I want them to have that after battle experience. So day 1, 2, and 3, stay on the field if you can. Okay, act it out, guys. Put yourself in the mindset that you were just in battle. Okay, don't overact. I mean, just act it out. You know, this is what we do. We're showing these guys, we're recreating some of the horrors of what these guys. Now, obviously, we can't do it to the scale because nobody's going to actually get blown up out there, thank God. But we can act it out as best as possible. If you want to see the elephant, put yourself in that mindset and you will see the elephant, especially at this place, especially when you come down. This whole thing is Chambersburg Pike. And man, that fight's going to come down here through the creek. Spectators will be lined up here. And the 24th Michigan will come around. They can even use the bridge I built to get around behind the Confederates here. And that fight is going to happen right in front of you spectators. There's no binoculars. There's nothing. You're going to be right in the midst of all this fighting, guys. You should be as excited as the reenactors are because you're going to be right there, man. I mean, we plan this out in a way that's going to put you in the middle of this crap. I would be so stoked if I were you. Also, a really quick note. If you have problems with your ankles and your feet, and you wear very supportive shoes when you're out here, supportive of your ankles. I cannot stress this enough, guys. Okay, this road is at the very bottom. Okay, I don't know if you can see this. This dirt path is at the very bottom of this big steep hill. Now, you spectators that are going to be here, you're going to be walking down a freaking steep hill. Make sure you have adequate footwear to be able to do something like this. Guys, we're not going to have golf carts out here. We're not going to be hauling people around. Once you're out here, you're out here. In rare cases, if there's somebody who is completely handicapped and wants to get on the other side of the creek, we will work with you. We will do what we can to get you on the other side of the creek. But guys, I do not want to ruin the experience for the reenactors who have spent so much time, money, and effort and traveling to get here. I do not want to take away from their experience. So you're not going to see golf carts out here running around all over the place. You're not going to see ATVs running. The landowner even said he will not take his gator out until after the camp's closed to the public, and then he's going to make his rounds and stuff. So we're doing that for the reenactor. So just please understand that you're going to be going up and down steep ass hills. Now, when you come back, if you come all the way over here and you're watching day one's battle take place and it ends up here, all right, you're going to see medical scenarios taking place. When you come back down, you can cross over this bridge and then use this flat trail and go back over to where the people of Baltimore Street is. And there's going to be guys campaigning. There's going to be stories. You can talk to guys, interact. We encourage you to do that. This is an educational experience, and that's what we want. So please do that. All right. So moving on. Okay. Thank you for being patient. Since we're going to just stay kind of in order here. By the way, this is where we built the corral. The corral is built right here. So for Cav guys, you will put your horses right here. when you go into Sutler Row. Horses are not allowed in Sutler Row. I say again, you cannot even walk your horse down Sutler Row. We are not putting any spectators in harm's way or reenactors alike. It's not that we don't trust you as equestrians, good horse handlers. I'm sure some of you are the best in the country when it comes down to it. I know John Andy is a high-class guy, and even he agrees with this. And actually, it was his idea to put the corral. So hats off to Andy and the freaking incredible job he's done for this event. So we're totally blessed to have him on board here, and he brings such freaking knowledge and expertise. I know that this is in good hands simply just because John's been handling it. So hats off to you, John. Okay, so moving on, guys. Check this out. We're going to zoom down to this spot right here. Okay, spectators, you're going to see there's a corn crib right here. This is Craig's place. Okay, there's a sign right here for parking. This is your entrance to parking. You're going to be brought in right here at this entrance. There will be traffic control here to help aid the process. You'll come in this way. You'll follow down around this way. Literally come all the way down this way, go up here, and your parking begins, not here because this is a helipad, your parking begins here. So you'll start parking your cars as directed. Handicap spots are right in front of the entrance. This whole row, both sides will be handicap parking. There will be porta-johns outside of here. It's been a long drive for some of you folks. You'll be able to jump right into a porta-john and take care of business. And then you'll be able to go get your tickets or sign in and do whatever you got to do. Okay, for Cav, all Cav. Take a look here, guys. We're going to zoom down this way. As you can see, there's a break in the fence down here by this telephone pole. They just replaced it yesterday. It's a brand new one. This is an improved entry. If you go refer to the post I made on Facebook a little bit ago, again, being surprised by these guys. I show up one day and they have been working on this event. You guys have no idea how freaking blessed we are. These people are killing it. They made it so easy for us. Like this is not, I can't even explain to you that this has not been a hassle at all. They haven't pushed back on anything. If we ask Ken for something, he's on it. He does it immediately. Craig is the exact same way. And Kevin, these guys are killing it. I can't say it enough. I showed up one day and this whole thing is blacktopped. It's blacktopped. Perfect. You will have no problems getting in here. They made this wider. Okay. These guys have altered their lives to make this as easy and as accessible for you as possible. So when you see these guys, you thank them for what they did. Okay. They're going to be the guys that have tan shirts on that say Land Boss on the back. All right, so you're Cav. You're going to come in this entrance here. This is the only way in for trailers, okay? You got to come in this way. You swing it wide. I prefer if you come in from back here. Okay, guys, check this out. We're going to swing over. This is the Fairfield Road. This is 116. All right, this way up, going up that direction, pretty much to the east there. That is towards Gettysburg, and this other direction is towards Fairfield. Come in, you're going to turn on Black Horse Tavern Road, and you're going to swing all the way down this way, all the way up here, and then you're going to turn into the Cav Camp. This is the only entrance for Cav. So US and CS Cav are going to come in here, and you're going to come right up to this area right here. This spot is where Cav registration is going to be. And if you notice, there's a shit ton of area for you to put your vehicles. There is no reason to have any backlog on the road. There will be no traffic backups at all. God willing, it goes the way I'm planning, and it should. There's no reason it shouldn't. Just get your trailer off the road. Don't stop. Guys, don't be looking around. Which way do I go, George? Just get your butts in here. I don't care if you have to drive your trailer and park it way up here in the middle of the field and just walk down. I don't care. Just get it off the road and get up here and get yourself registered. And then you're going to go this way. So CS camps are down in this beautiful area. We are more than 100 feet away from the creek. We are essentially the 100-year floodplain kind of follows the line of trees. And we're safely out of that danger area there. US Cav will be in here. A lot of this has been cleared by Bobby and the guys over at Homespun Historical Ventures who have helped us out. We sincerely appreciate them. You guys definitely want to go check out their website and check out the event they have coming up here I'm super stoked if you didn't check it out, man. He dug trenches on that farm, and that is not a spectator event. That's just for reenactors. But if you guys want to have a freaking cool experience, go check out Homespun Historical Ventures, guys. They're doing something cool over there, and you're definitely going to want to be a part of that. I mean, he dug earthworks, and it looks badass. So go check that out. So over here, US Cav, and that's where you're going to be. Very simple. Don't show up here without your Coggins. Please don't do that. And please, please, please don't show up with paint horses. I don't want you coming here from Wyoming or somewhere and be like told you can't have a paint horse. We've been putting it out, and John has been putting it out. There's just no evidence that there were paints at Gettysburg. I know Bill and some folks have tried to send pictures and say there were paints. That's not accurate evidence, in my opinion. There's pictures. They don't even look like, I don't even think they are paints. But I'm just saying, and I hate that, we're trying to be sticklers and we're trying to portray this as best as we possibly can. And there just weren't paints at Gettysburg. So John has asked that there being, his standards, if he did it the way he really wants to, guys, trust me, it would be a lot tighter than it is. And he's relaxed his standards because I've asked him to. And so he's asking for very little. Just please don't bring paint horses. I don't want to have to be a jerk, or John doesn't want to have to be a jerk either. But we've been saying it for months, so you know that if you do, you should have just listened. Okay. All right, guys, fast forward up to the Confederate entrance. This, as you can see, is the Upper Marsh Creek Independent Church. This church, ladies and gentlemen, was built in 1830. Okay. This belonged to John Fouts, who lived on this property. This is Craig's place. Okay. John Fouts started this church in the living room of his home here. And Joseph Sherfy of the Sherfy's Peach Orchard, everyone is familiar with that, was the minister of this church. And Mr. Sherfy, as you've seen in my videos before, is buried right here underneath the trees. You can't see. He is buried right there in the cemetery. But this church it still looks exactly the same as it did in 1830. The only difference is there's a concrete patio that's on the front. I don't think was there when the place was built. Okay. This is our preservation project for the PCWA. We're going to replace the roof for these guys. It's going to cost about $4,000. And we're also going to pay for the discovery to have this put on the National Register of Historic Places. So that is what we are doing to try to save this very important piece of history. Now, really quick, I want to put this in perspective. Right here, okay, there's Little Marsh Creek. You can't see it through the trees. This is Marsh Creek and Little Marsh Creek. They meet right here. Wilcox camped his brigade in this field. Wilcox was here, ladies and gentlemen. This is where he put it, and Scott wrote an excellent article. You can go back and find it. Posted. Scott can even upload it again to refresh it. It's an excellent article talking about it, and he's described specifically camping at the point where two creeks met, and there was a mill. We found the foundation of the mill still there. There was also a fuller mill up here. The stone wall, for anybody who's wondering that where we're pulling it from, is actually, you can see it right here. See this? This is where we got all the stone for the stone wall. That right there is where we're moving it from, all the way from there all the way up to here. Yeah, actually no, here. That's where it's going, just in case you're wondering. But we have equipment, thanks to the landowners. Again, amazing people. Because of them, they've made this incredible, and it made it so easy. Real quick before I jump in, any questions? Yes, I love the land boss shirts. They love them too. It's wicked awesome. All right, we have the best landowners. Oh yeah, absolutely. You cannot argue that. Hey Tim, how's it going? Thanks for jumping in. Yes. So Shane, are they having services? They are having services. Chris Sweatman is going to be doing the service for the. I'm not sure exactly what kind of. It's a Christian service. But there are the people who run the church. They are actually they're providing period music. It's just going to be awesome. You don't want to miss it. Seating is limited. So guys, you're going to want to definitely get in there and do that. Hello there, Facebook user. Thanks for jumping in. Again, guys, if you haven't done it, please, please, please hit the share button. Get this out to your groups, guys. We need this. We've got to get this out there. This information is muy importante. So please, please, please get that out there. All right, getting back down to it. Guys, this is your Confederate camp entrance. This is one way only. When you come in here, there are going to be signs marking that this is where you will turn. Okay, I want to make a note. This is Ken's property. Everybody can see that this is very well kept and mowed. Okay, nobody will put their vehicles on Ken's property. I will personally hook a chain up to you and I will drag your ass out of there. No questions asked. Don't do it. Don't park on Ken's property. Okay, and no, Ken would be nice about it. I'm the one who's not being nice about it. Don't park on Ken's property. All right, so what you're going to do is all you're doing is one way in. Okay, don't stop at the church. Don't cause a bottleneck. You're going to come up into this way. And as soon as you get up here on this side of the telephone pole, you're going to turn up into the hay portion of the field here. This is very well manicured and mowed. And Ken has asked that we do not drive vehicles on that manicured, mowed piece of that property. So we are going to honor his request and we will not put vehicles anywhere near that nicely mowed grass. All right, so we understand each other. It will all be clearly marked. You'll be able to get right up in there. I hope this information is helpful, guys. Doing the best I can to get you guys as well informed as possible so I don't have to answer questions at 2 o'clock in the morning. All right. Confederate registration will be right here. Chris's headquarters is going to be very close to this area. Okay. Our registration will be set up here. As you can see, there is buku place for you to park. There's no reason to bottleneck this road. So please be considerate and use your head. Don't stop in the middle of this road looking at the pretty church. You got all weekend to go look at it. Okay, get up here, park your car anywhere in this field you want to. This is Confederate parking anyway. Okay, register, drive up here to your designated area. The head officers' tents will be scattered along this direction, I believe, and streets will be running uphill as such, and artillery will be posted over here. Now, for reference, there is a wood pile. If everybody, hopefully you guys, if you can see my cursor, just give me a thumbs up or something in the comments and say, yes, I can see it. Let me know you guys can see this. All right, so I have a wood pile here. I have a wood pile here. I have a wood pile here. And I have another wood pile up on top underneath this big tree. There's a wood pile up there. We are going to put porta-johns up here. We're going to put porta-johns down here and along here. There's going to be plenty of porta-johns for you guys. We're going to try to hide them back in the woods as best as possible. They're going to be behind tents. You really won't notice them, but you don't have to go far for porta-johns, guys. We're keeping everything is as considerable as possible for your guys to have the best time without having any grief. We're going to have them cleaned for you. I spoke to Walters today. Requested 2 services on Saturday. I think we should be good with 1 on Friday. But if not, they are ready to go and we will have them come out and clean it. We do not want you guys squatting over top of mountains of crap. So just keep that in mind that we are very aware of the situation and we know what's happened in the past. Okay. So water points will be scattered also along this tree line. There will be several of them. Probably 4 along here, maybe 1 or 2 up here. I don't know. A couple over here. Porta-johns will be lined up over here as well. I'm moving kind of fast. I apologize, but they'll be up in this area here as well for the artillery and stuff like that. So everybody will be conveniently close to all of their services. Now, guys, when you leave, do not, I reiterate, and I say again, do not go back out through the church entrance. This is a one-way in only. The church and Ken have graciously allowed us to utilize this entrance because it's right beside Confederate camp. You cannot beat it. It is super simple and easy. But when you go to leave, you are going to come all the way down around Ken's property. There is a road here, and the exit to the event, or the exit from the event parking, is right here. As you can see, this dirt spot is where they go in and out with the tractors and stuff. That is going to be improved. There's going to be a culvert there, and Kevin's probably going to freaking blow our minds with that one too, because he's just does that. So keep that in mind. One way only, and if just please don't just work with me here, all right, guys. because we will have to recover this ground. It was a request from the church that if we tear up the grass, that when we're going to, we understand that it's going to probably get pushed down, and what we'll have to do is reseed that. But we want to minimize the impact on this land as much as possible. So please, please, please be respectful of the ground. Okay, another thing, really quick, when you guys are digging holes for your fire, all right, I've talked about this before. Please remove the grass on top. Cut it out nicely. Okay, cut it out nicely, and please set it away aside that it will not get stepped on. It will not get walked on and crushed, and don't just set it aside. All right, I don't throw some water on it over the weekend. Keep it nice. I don't care. But when you're done, I want you to dig out some dirt, and I want you to ring dig dirt out. Build like a ring around your fire pit with the dirt, okay, to try to build like a makeshift ring to keep everything as contained as possible. Now, you guys are next to the woods. I'm telling you, there are so many rocks up there. There are so many rocks up in the, I never did take that back off of there. Sorry about that. There's so many rocks up in the field up there that you can take rocks out and build a fire ring. I highly, highly recommend you do that. There's no reason you can't do that. It's just going to be safer. It'll help contain the fire as good, as much as possible. We don't want to burn the place down. Okay. So do those types of things. And when you're done with the fire, okay, fires will be put out every day, every night. We're going to try to just use fires for the cooking in the morning and your dinners and things like that, especially as dry as it is. Let's just try to be as safe as humanly possible. Put the fires out. Okay, your command staff already has all of what our plan is for what we're going to be doing and how to handle the situation and how dry it is out there. But you're going to replace that sod after it's done. Everybody's done this 1,000 times. Do it and put it back. We're going to make this place look immaculate when we leave here. All right. I don't want these guys to even know that we were here, except for the fact traffic. You'll see that there's been traffic on Craig's side over here where the spectator parking is. So let's do those things, guys. Let's be courteous, and let's jump back in here really quick. Oh, before I do, I want to let's check on here really quick. Hey, Rich, thanks for jumping in. Can you give some information about the first day black hat scenario? Yeah, I can do that. Let's I'll jump back in there and do that in a second. Any updates on numbers going to the event? I'm kind of curious. Do me a favor. I don't know who you are, Facebook user. I can't see. Why is that so important to people? Because that is the biggest question. Numbers. Really, do the numbers really matter that much? I'm just curious because we've given you the most incredible place in the world to reenact a Gettysburg event. We have matched the terrain of the battlefield so closely that it is like you're fighting on the actual field. I mean, this is incredible. Numbers don't even matter. We can make an awesome scenario with few guys. So why are the numbers so important? I just don't understand. Is that is it because it'll feel more realistic to you because there's 30 or thousands of people, or what is the the fixation on the numbers? So far we're right around 3,000. Do reenactor math. If that many show up, that's excellent. If more show up, that's excellent. But we're going to have the actual numbers out to command staff. I'm not posting publicly how many numbers, what we have for numbers. I just don't feel the need to do that. If you want to know, you can go to your command staff and they'll tell you. This Gretchen brings up a good point here. I am not calling anybody out. We had some folks that, we allowed to come out and use the ground and they were helping us out. And they were very careless with their cigarette butts. Nothing ticks me off more. That was the most disrespectful display I've ever seen in my life. You come out there and smoke your cigarettes and then you throw them on their ground. These people don't smoke cigarettes. All right. Nobody in our staff smokes cigarettes. Do not come out here and throw your cigarette butts on this property. Don't. I just don't. It's just so ignorant and inconsiderate to do that to somebody else's property like you own the place. Please don't do that. All right, this is Chris, guys. This is the gentleman who will be doing the service. Period hymns by a bluegrass band. Old-fashioned gospel preaching. I have gospel tracks that both U.S. and CS used during the war available for people to take with them. Outstanding. I cannot wait to see that. It's going to be an excellent, excellent service. Yeah, you're going to have a God time. We're all going to have a God time. I've been praying to God. Yeah, I know what you meant, though, buddy. All right, going back up here really quick. Okay. All right, guys. So to touch on the black hat scenario, and I might get this a little wrong because I have entrusted the military stuff to Chris Anders and Mike Lavis, and my hat's off to them and their entire staff. They have done a phenomenal freaking job. They put together some of the most intense, immersive scenarios that you guys will see at a Gettysburg reenact. This is going to be guys, I'm not blowing smoke. This is going to be the most incredible Gettysburg experience you will ever have. That is no doubt because of the work that's been put in this. I don't think it's ever been done for a large scale Gettysburg event ever. Okay. I've been to Gettysburg events in the past. And the only thing that made those events really cool were the fact that there was 20,000 Confederates or 15,000 Confederates that came across the field. That makes that really cool. Okay. We don't have the numbers. Those numbers don't exist in the hobby anymore. So we can change that. But it comes down to not ripping other reenactors apart. And doing things like that and being welcoming and teaching people, not being a jerk face when you do it. God, that stuff irritates me. Who made you God? Who made you the reenactor God? Cut it out. You have no idea how stupid you sound when you act like that. Jeez. You want to bring people into the hobby, show them the way to do it without being a tool. God. Anyway, sorry, I get so frustrated by that. I don't understand why people have to be ignorant. That's not what this is all about. Yes. I'm so glad you are passionate about the hobby. That's what we're supposed to be doing, but be passionate in a way that is going to welcome people in, get them excited about the hobby again. That's what we're doing. If you can't do that, don't even show up. I don't want you here, man. No offense. I just don't. I want, this is a friendly, no politics atmosphere, and that's the way it's going to be. All right. So the Black Hats, the Iron Brigade fight is going to happen pretty much right down in this area here. I wish Mike Lavis was available to talk about this in more depth, but this is about where it's going to happen. There are a bunch of folks falling in to make the Iron Brigade actually close to full scale. Close. I don't really know exactly what those numbers are going to look like. Mike Lavis, if you're watching or if you're able to chime in later, please do. But that fight's going to be happening down around here. The 19th Indiana, 24th Michigan, some of those things are going to be happening all around here. The Confederates will be pushing down in a like south, like a southerly, direction, like southeasterly, going down here, and then the fight will take place here. As far as I know, we do not have a Reynolds. We're not, I don't believe we're going to be doing the Reynolds thing. That was a question that came up, and I don't think that's going to happen at this point. But all that stuff's going to be taking place right around here. So it's going to be really exciting. If you want more information on that, please hit Mike Lavis up and he will get you taken care of. So, all right, guys. So really quick, something I didn't talk about, and I forgot. I did mention it briefly. Confederate parking. I do apologize, guys. You showed up here with cars. You didn't ride horses or walk. I got to put your cars somewhere, and it's going to be in this section of the field here. And your camps will be over this way. There should be a pretty decent buffer zone between your cars and the camps that it shouldn't be so much of a problem for you. Camp painters that are camping in the woods, you have all of these woods, and that goes, Dick Waters will be all the way back in here. There is a line that is clear. You're going to stay off of the property that's on the other side of this line. You will not touch that property. And by the love of God, you guys see this little house down here in the woods? Don't go anywhere near that lady. Just take my word for it. Just stay away. Just stay away from that lady. She doesn't want any part of this. Just steer clear. All right. So that's going to cover that. So guys, a couple other things I do want to touch base. I know this is kind of running a little long here. I have to talk about some of the stuff with the volunteers and things of that nature. Oh, okay. Before I do that, Can you go over the union camp is again? I'm sorry, I missed it. Just Rich, just go ahead and rewatch the beginning of this when I post it. I covered it in pretty good detail, so if you can, just rewatch it. It won't take you long. It'll be posted right away. Getting rid of reenactor trash is always an issue. So yeah, we are going to have staff who is going to run around with a utility gator or the gator with the trailer, and we will have trash cleared out all the time. It's not going to get ugly. I don't want it. The trash collection points will be where porta potties are. So, you'll be able to kind of see. We're also going to have trash cans placed around the place. My wife is supposed to get those from work. Still waiting on that. So we'll have those placed around, and where those trash cans are placed is where you'll place your trash bags. And we're gonna give some of those out at registration too. We'll make sure you guys have big construction trash bags. Honey, can you write that down? I don't want to forget that. She takes care of remembering because I am terrible at it. So we will take care of the trash. Updated I don't know who we're talking to here, guys. We'll updated our roster. We got 135 committed to our battalion. Tell me what your name is. I appreciate it. You are very welcome. It's my pleasure. Rich, there should be an updated union camp on the group. Yes, there is. Okay, so really quick, if you are, if you're volunteering, all right, we had staff shirts made up. They're light blue, and you will have a staff shirt that says event staff on the back of it. They will be given to you at the event site. I only ordered a certain amount. First come, first serve. So if you show up and you want a shirt, make sure you get there early enough to get it and to get your size, because we only have a couple of, shirt sizes of each. And I think we're almost out of extra large already because some folks have collected. So, and I honestly can't, oh, that was Scott. Okay. So, and I'm not going to be able to get enough more shirts in time for the event. I just won't be able to do it. Okay. So for those of you volunteering, show up, get your blue event staff shirt. Also, I need you to if you're volunteering, I need you to get to me as soon as possible, ASAP, as soon as possible, please, because we have to get you an app downloaded on your phone for Fair Harbor. And then I'm going to have to get you set up with your username and password. And for the folks taking money at the gates, I have readers for your phones. We have to get that program installed on your phone and get you signed in on a user account so you can actually take and swipe cards and things of that nature. And we'll also be able to handle cash and things at the event gate too. But get there as soon as you can. If you can get there Wednesday, even if you're not staying, if you can get there Monday, Tuesday, we're going to be there. Get there. Let's get this stuff put on your phone and get ready to rock and roll, because that way we're not messing around with it when we're trying to be checking people in. All right, I covered entrances, users, and passwords, the apps. So we're going to put the apps on your phones, shirts, registration, and sales. And the question came up about the waiver. So I posted the waiver as you have seen. This has been on the website for a while. Question came up about, something about the medical care. Don't overthink it, guys. We're not telling you to give up your rights. Nobody can take your rights away. What you do with yourself medically is what you do, and we have no say in that. We're just releasing your liability for us is what it comes down to, and our landowners and the township and the things of that nature. We're just doing that. So don't overthink it. Chris Anders provided us with that. He's used it for events in the past. For rear rank productions, it's never been a problem. I don't know why it's going to be a problem now. It shouldn't be. As far as if you are bringing somebody who is not your child, okay, legal guardian, signing the waiver. So what you're going to do is when you sign the waiver, you're going to write just in hand, legal guardian. And you're going to sign your name, and you're going to provide us with the contact information for whoever is, who is their parent, or whoever their legal guardian is, or whatever. We just need the contact information. Also, guys, we didn't have medical cards or anything made up for you. We didn't do that. We just don't have time. My staff is very tiny, and we're doing it pretty much two of us all the time. My wife works all the time. She does what she can when she can. Lee has a full-time job. Scott and I are Lee shows up and helps on weekends, but really the administrative stuff on this whole thing is Scott and I. So it's just 2 of us, and it's a lot for 2 people. So what I need you to do is just create a postcard. I hate that blue thing showing up. I'm going to fix that. Create a postcard, and I want you to write your name on the postcard. All right, write any medical conditions, any medications that you have, and keep it in your haversack. Okay, keep it in your haversack. I want everybody's to be at the same place. That for whatever reason, if you go down, we know where to go on your person to get that information. It could save your life. All right, guys. You see, this is important. Why you need to be sharing this video, and like literally nobody has. I don't understand the thinking. Please share the video so we can get this information out to people. Please. And just write this information on a postcard, put it in your haversack. That way, if something happens, we'll know exactly what to do. It's not hard. All right. Good. Because I'll get Amelia set up. Is there going to be hand-to-hand fight for the Wheatfield scenario that is scripted? Good question. Yes, there is. And there's going to be hand-to-hand fighting also at the wall. That's going to be interesting. Please don't bust anybody with your rifle butt. I don't want to. I mean, as cool as it would be to see it, don't do it. Just be very careful. That's going to be carefully orchestrated. Chris Anders and Mike Lavis, that blue thing's pissing me off. All right. They'll orchestrate all of that. So, but you're in for a really wicked, cool experience. All right, guys, is there any other questions? If there's anything that I didn't address, because this might be the last live that we have, up until the event, because at this point, I just don't see that I'm going to have a lot of time to be able to do it. I'm going to be living out there, for the most part, and getting the event site ready to go. So this is your only real opportunity to get your questions answered live. So now's the time. Also, guys, if you need to get to me, please just shoot me an email, info@thepcwa.org. I answer them all. I've gotten to it a little bit more timely than in the past. Some of those babies have gotten past me, and I do apologize for anybody who had to wait for me to get back to you. But I've been pretty good at keeping up with it at this point. So if anybody has anything that they're concerned about, please understand, guys, this is our first year taking over this event. Okay. And my staff and everyone who has come out here to help has done an incredible job. We could not have done it without the freaking awesome people that we are working for over there in Gettysburg. Our landowners are phenomenal people, and I love them to death. They are great, great, great people. And we are so truly blessed to have them and to have this event space. It's a once in a lifetime opportunity, guys. Just come on out, take part. Get over to thepcwa.org and get registered today. Registration is not going to close. I'm going to keep it open. It's probably a dumb idea. Don't be the guy registering the day before. I mean, if you're going to do that, just walk on, because I may not be able to get to the computer to even know that you're here. But you should scan in. It should scan you in. But just get registered quickly as possible. And we are taking walk-ons. You're going to have to fill out the paperwork. You're going to have to pay at the gate. And do all that stuff. So, and as far as that goes, I think that's going to wrap it up for tonight. Huge thank you to BB3 TV and all the guys over there for hosting us as always. That's a great network. Thank you so much for keeping your trust in me and allowing us to use your platform. You guys over there, we love you to death. And same for the Paranormal Brew hosting us on her awesome channel over there. TK, you're excellent, and your platform is awesome, and we love that you do that for us. And we're excited for you to come out and help us at the event, guys. You want to meet Taryn Kerper of the Paranormal Brew? Come on out to the event. She's going to be selling tickets and walking around and recording ghost audio. So check that out. All right. Oh, thank you. Yeah, so I just had my second grandchild a couple of days ago, posted some photos of that. Little man is doing extremely well too. So thank you, Shane. I appreciate that. Hope your budget is going well. That can be a headache. Actually, we're doing great. Most of everything is that needed to be prepaid is prepaid. Yeah, we're actually doing really good. And registrations that are still coming in are definitely helping. So we are greatly appreciative of that. So, all right, guys, that's going to do it. Much appreciated. If I don't see you again, we'll see you out there, guys. It's just 2 weeks away. I'm super stoked. I hope you guys are too. Come on out, man. Just have a good time. And look, keep the BS at home. All right. Keep the BS at home. Don't come out here and be a reenactor and tearing another reenactor down because he doesn't have something on that you like or you don't like. I don't want to hear it. Nobody does. Okay. Yes, we want standards. I have a high standard for this. And, it's a high standard, but it's not ridiculous, unachievable stitch counting standards. It's not that. Okay. This event is for everybody. All right. But that doesn't mean I want you to come out here looking like a clown. Okay. That's not how we're going to represent here. If you look ridiculous, I swear to you, I will approach you about it. And so will somebody from our staff or command staff. We're going to approach you about it. We're not going to be jerks. We're just going to politely ask that you fix it a little bit. Okay. It's not about us. It's not about you. It's about the guys who did the fighting. It's about the guys who did the dying. So we owe them the best that we can offer for as reenactors. So please don't take it personal if we do something like that. Okay. But guys, this is going to be an incredible time. It's going to be an incredible time. Michaela over there at the People of Baltimore Street, her team has done an incredible job. And they're still dealing with people who don't understand the concept of you cannot bring a wedding dress to the 1863 Gettysburg just during the battle. You're not going to be running around Gettysburg in a wedding dress. There's my man, Dom, right there. This is Dom, guys. This is the gentleman who owns, one of the guys who owns BB3 TV. I love you, brother. And again, for hosting us, we appreciate you. Okay, don't come out in a wedding dress. Why can't we come out in our pretty dresses? What do you really think that as the battle was raging through town, so these women were prancing around in these big, beautiful white or whatever color gowns? It just wasn't that way. So don't take it personal. It just wasn't that way. So does it make sense to do that? It doesn't. So don't take it personal. We're not trying to be jerks to you. I know Michaela is not trying to be a jerk to whoever it is, but just simple standards, guys. We're just try to bring them up and honor these folks the best way that we can. That's all I'm asking. Okay. So God bless you guys. Thank you all so much. I love you to death. And I cannot wait to see you out there, guys. And until then, see you next time. Take care.